What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dermy Wormy. I'm coming at you with another video, and ever since the Star Wars Outlaw trailer got dropped, people have been, well, dunking on it left, right, and center. Now, this did actually start back when Star Wars Outlaws got announced and the original gameplay trailer came out, but let's be real fair here. This has been a monumental disaster for Star Wars Outlaws as of right now. When you take a look at the like to dislike ratio over on the Ubisoft channel for the story trailer, it ain't pretty. This is a very rough, very rough like to dislike ratio. And it even extends all the way over to the Star Wars channel itself, having another very rough ratio going on right here. God, you gotta love it. But after all this came out, we ended up checking out how are these prices being done up for each of these games. And when you take a look at the game prices itself, yes, your main game is $70, but then it starts jumping up to $109, which adds on the season pass, which is the only way to get access to a special Jabba the Hutt mission. And then on top of that, you have to pay the $130 to get access to that Jabba the Hutt mission right away. That's right, a major plot mission that was announced via the trailer itself ended up being locked behind a paywall. Season pass. When you actually take a look at what was actually in regards to a lot of these battle passes and things of that nature, we ended up just coming over here to the first one. They announced that, hey, there's a Jabba the Hutt mission locked behind a paywall, something that they advertised within the actual trailer itself and actual confrontation with Jabba the Hutt. People then began thinking that, hey, this was this means the whole entirety of the Jabba the Hutt missions are locked behind the paywall, which really does hurt people. It made people very angry because it's more Ubisoft using predatory marketing strategies and their predatory businesses to screw over gamers because they want to go, you know, gouge gamers for more money. Well, this led up to a bunch of backlash, very rough backlash, because again, to get the mission, you had to pay at least $109 just to get access to the mission, and then $130 to be able to play the mission right away. This led to major backlash, major pushback from all sides, which now Ubisoft has responded to. Yeah, they don't respond to the criticisms of the main character being looking like a dude. They don't respond to other criticisms like that, but they'll sure as hell respond to this criticism, and the response doesn't make it much better, because when you scroll down to the actual response, they kind of shoot themselves in the foot again. An Ubisoft spokesperson has responded to these comments and others, telling IGN to clarify Jabba the Hutt and the Hutt Cartel are one of the main syndicates in Star Wars Outlaws and will be part of the experience for everyone who purchases the game regardless of edition. Now, if they left it at that, that would do a whole bunch of fixing and cleaning and trying to solve all the issues here. The next part really shoots them in the foot. The Jabba's Gambit mission is an optional additional mission with the Hutt Cartel along Kay and Nix's journey across the Outer Rim. This mission will be available to those who purchase the Season Pass or an edition of the game which includes the Season Pass. So by announcing that, they basically said there's no point in actually going to buy the Season Pass. There's no reason to buy any aspect of this Season Pass because this mission is pointless altogether. At least back when we thought you were locking this major plot point up behind a paywall, there was a purpose to it. But now we're finding out, oh, there's no purpose to this at all. And, you know, you can even come over here to the actual mission itself and what it says. Play the exclusive Jabba's Gambit mission at launch. Just as Kay is putting together a crew for the Canto Bight heist, she receives a job from Jabba the Hutt himself. Turns out ND5 owes Jabba a debt from years ago, and he has come to collect. When you read that out, that sounds like it's a main story plot mission. That sounds like a main story aspect, but you find out, oh no, it's just garbage side content. It's entirely optional. We don't even have to do anything. We don't have to do it. You don't really need to buy it. So then why are you locking it behind a $109 barrier? Oh, you're locking it behind because you like to gouge your gamers. You want to prey on gamers, do these predatory marketing strategies to convince gamers to buy these overinflated games that give very little to nothing of value. This game looks bland. It looks boring. The gameplay trailer literally looks like Ubisoft, okay? Insert Ubisoft game, that's what the gameplay trailer looks like. That's what it constantly looks like. The story looks the exact same. So when you start getting them coming out here saying, well, actually, either the season pass, the one that's stuck behind the $109, it's kind of pointless. There's no reason to actually buying it. There's no reason to buy anything here besides the main game. Besides the $70 for the main game, there's no reason to have anything else. So then why have it at all? Oh, because you want to gouge the gamer, you want to gouge the player, and you want to get as much money out of them for little value in return. Listen, I don't have a problem, honestly, with DLC, season passes, things of that nature. If it actually gives value, if it gives more content, you take a look at the passes for Pokemon. Okay, that DLC, I'm fine with those DLCs. The Teller Mask DLC and the Treasure DLC, I'm fine with those DLCs because it's a one-time payment for even more content. Actual content, increasing the Pokédex, getting access to all new areas, and an additional story aspect. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with Elden Ring having DLC because that's a much bigger map, that's a much bigger area, and it adds more monsters, more weapons, more armaments, and more story to the actual game itself. But when it comes to this, okay, this is an optional side quest that, by their own words, is pointless. There's no reason to do it. There's no aspect of the side quest that is actually required or has any real value to it. It's really no different than horse armor. That's all it is. And that is sick and disgusting to see these companies constantly pushing this stuff out and trying to gouge you for all you're worth. But real quick, let me be real honest with you guys. You all know that this game's gonna have microtransactions up the wazoo. You wanna know how you know it's gonna have that? Because when you take a look at the past Ubisoft games, they had microtransactions. They had tons of microtransactions throughout their entire games. Every single one of the past Assassin's Creeds have had microtransactions. They're going to have microtransactions here, so they're trying to gouge you at the front, they're going to gouge you in the back, and they're going to keep trying to constantly gouge you for money because that's what they do now. They don't even want to give you a true product. They want to give you a subpar product and make you pay out the wazoo because they can. It's sick, it's disgusting, and I'm not going to be a part of it. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Let me get your guys' thoughts on all this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it up, friends, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye for now.